Hey, welcome back guys to a new video. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. I did, and I went to the beach for 2 days in a row. It was nice and relaxing. Came back yesterday, started trading again. It went very well right away, and suddenly the markets are dumping, and I made some stupid mistakes. Stuff that I usually don't make a mistake with, or stuff that I usually don't do. I don't know why I started making these stupid mistakes, like FOMOing in and changing some of my leverage strategy that I usually never do. Got caught up in the action, got absolutely slaughtered for my own mistakes, and just like I always advise you, if you're having a bad day or a bad week, step away from the charts, do something else, clear your mind, come back tomorrow. It's exactly what I did. I did something fun at night, some exercise, had a good sleep, and now back and I feel refreshed again. So let's get at it. Because I didn't do a video yesterday, today we're going to also look at the broader markets, because my lordy, there's a lot going on right now. So without further ado, let's dive in. If you guys want to do me a favor, please smash out the like button. Let's try to hit 10 likes. That would be nice. 10 likes. That would be nice. Or share the video with your friends, of course, or leave me a comment. Can be anything, good stuff, bad stuff, whatever's up in your mind. You like my videos, you don't, just leave it all in the comments. Alright, cool. Let's start off with the crypto bubbles. So now and then we look at them. This is on a monthly chart, no surprise here. Red across the board. It is still very bloody, and we need not 1 day, not 2 days, but consecutive weeks of pumping to gain back all the losses that we made in the last 3 to 4 months. Before we're diving into crypto, I actually want to show you quickly the broader markets. Let's go to the S&P 500. I draw this retracement earlier. As you can see, this is on the daily, and right now the S&P has lost approximately 13% from the top. More than 10% is seen as a correction. From 20% on, you are in a bear market. That is kind of the official terms. But if we zoom out, we still see that we had tremendous returns since 2020. So don't be scared and don't zoom in and like, oh my god, we're crashing down, because most likely if you DCA in, you're still in tremendous profits. If you look at the Dow Jones, that's the Nasdaq, that's a little bit different. There are more tech stocks in there. There we lost more than 20%, and then it's officially a bear market. I drew this white line in there already a long time ago, because it was this stupid support that we just kept on hitting. But now with the war in Ukraine, everything is overboard. We were afraid for a recession and end of the world during Corona. But now we're in a war that is keep escalating by the day, and this one looks even much worse for the economy, at least. I mean, also for mankind, I think it can be quite brutal, but especially for the economy, because everything is skyrocketing right now, as in oil, copper, all kinds of commodities, food prices, real estate will still keep on pumping. It's going to be bloody. I think it's shit to say, but I really think that the gap between rich and poor in the next year or two will become even bigger and bigger. This already happened during Corona. What is that? They say, yeah, the rich people got even richer off Corona, because usually they are business owners. They know how to utilize something like that, a downturn or a crash, and the quote-unquote poor people, they don't, because they don't have access to the stock market, they're not educated, they don't have a business, and then the gap between rich and poor becomes bigger. Trust me, in a few years from now, that gap is tremendous, because of all the stuff that we're going to see right now. What also is crazy to look at, yesterday gold was fighting with this $2,000 mark, the magical $2,000 mark, and now we just skyrocketed through this morning, and soon we will be testing these all-time highs here at $2,070, $2,072 dollars. So it's going to be interesting to see. I hold gold stocks. I have sprinters on the gold price, but I also have stocks of gold miners, and usually these gold miners are with a leverage according to the gold price. If gold price then rises 1%, then my gold stocks do 3 to 5%, and the other way around. If gold gets hammered 5% down, then I lose 10, 20, 30%. Depends a little bit on what kind of mining you have, what kind of assets they have in the position, but that's in general a little bit what is usual in the space. So yeah, happy days for me at least, to have this already for a long time in the portfolio. We'll see where this goes. I mean, this is now of course going completely parabolic. If this continues for a few days, it's absolutely unsustainable, and then we were crashing down. But let's see how it goes. I think I saw yesterday oil on $130 a barrel. My lordy, I think that was the highest in the last 13 years. Absolutely crazy. I think today the United States will announce that they will not use any oil anymore from here. There you go. US expected to announce ban on Russian oil as soon as today. That will be major, of course, because Russia is a huge exporter of oil. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Saudi Arabia can most likely not fill up this gap. They're the biggest oil producer in the world. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Also, natural gas was absolutely spiking, and it will go higher and higher because Europe is using natural gas to heat up the homes and to cook with and everything. So that is major. All right, with having the economics and the macro stuff done, let's dive into Bitcoin and Ethereum, because that of course is important, and that is where we make our bread and living with, people. So I have now zoomed in on the weekly and have put out the ribbons. We talked about this last week, where you saw that this candle from last week was skyrocketing into the ribbon, and then we kind of got rejected and went all the way down, and this tiny green bar was the result of the week. So that was a bit of a shame, and now we kind of have a second attempt. That ribbon will of course work as a resistance. Alright, that was it what I want to show you, because every other time frame is already below the ribbon, so it's not interesting anymore. We're going to zoom out a little bit. We're right now on the daily, and what we talked about for a very long time is that we said, yeah, well, we are in this W pattern. If we would break out, it would be amazing, because then we have this huge price target with this white line right here that I draw, and then we would have a price target of approximately 53,000. Well, sometimes you think something is A, but then it can be B, and the way that the price is behaving now, it looks more like we are in a triangle. So then I would say the W pattern is off the table, and then we are, like I said, moving here into this triangle. There are two ways to look at this. One, you could say these white lines are is the triangle. Then we would have a breakout quite fast. Usually it's approximately around 75% of the move, 70 to 75. Then we'd have a breakout quite soon. If we are going to the upside, then the price, let's see, let's be conservative on this one. Let's see, we'll take it around here. Would it also be 53? Oh, almost. Would be crazy. It will be among the 52,600, let's say 52,000, depending a little bit on where it breaks out. If we are breaking down, you could say we are doing approximately 26k, which would be crap, because that is lower than the low that we put in here, because this low was here at 29-ish. So that would be quite crap. That is one way to look at it. You could also say, well, actually we are more in a this kind of triangle where we draw the line like this, and this one is all the way up to here. Then we have a long time as sideways action ahead of us, because this can do this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. And then eventually we're breaking out, and then we're really talking about somewhere way up in April. So then that will be also a lot of tricky price action, a lot of shakeouts, and I have no idea where we're standing then with the world and the war, and if we're a little bit further, more stuff is dissolved, or if we have peace already or nuclear bombs. Anything can happen in 4 to 6 weeks from now. So yeah, let's see how that works out. I am staying very, very cautious. All right, then the full transparency about what happened yesterday. So for myself, I made the scenario, you know what, we are in this triangle, this line right here, support, this is our resistance. We had a bit of a fake out here on the top, fine. We are going up, and then I zoomed in, I thought, nice action. Then we were pumping up here, thought, okay, well, maybe I didn't draw this line exactly perfect, but that's fine. We pump up here. Let's see if in 1 or 2 days from now we can hit the top, and then we'll see if we break out or we're going lower again. I got caught up with my pants down in this trade right here, and suddenly we started dumping. And there were also signs on the very small time frame that this would be just a little bit of a shakeout and not so much of us just going lower, 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 because this went like this. I counted the amount of candles. Well, that's a lot of red candles. I think we're getting a relief rally quite fast. Then we also made the support here. Top perfect, textbook. We have support and resistance here. This is going up again, and then in no time, boom, lower, yeah, then a lot of stop losses were triggered for me. And then I also did some revenge trading, and before I knew it, also that didn't work out. So yeah, that was just a hard lesson. It was a bit of an emotional day because all the plans that I had didn't work out. But like I said, then I just stepped away from the charts, come back tomorrow. So full transparency there on the hourly. What do I have for you? Yeah, it stays very, very tricky, guys. I'm going to be honest with you because we don't really have a clear breakout or breakdown. Let me see if we can draw some lines here. If you are day trading, then this is maybe a little bit something you could look out for. Let's see if this broadening wedge can keep up. And for now, this is a bit of a support resistance thing. This will break out very, very soon. Maybe it already did when I uploaded this video. So let's see how that goes. Just be very, very careful. If you feel like, you know what, I don't want to get burned just like Ray, then just step away from the charts. Let this play out. Give it a day, maybe 2. I think then we have a clear direction further up in the week. Let's head over to ETH. Same kind of story. Of course, we could say, well, the W pattern is still kind of in play, but it's also kind of not. This would have been our W pattern with a bit of a retest and then out. That of course didn't happen. Then I would also say, okay, the most likely scenario is then our triangle right here. And then actually this would also have a breakout that's a little bit sooner. So if you put a gun against my head, I would say these lines, these white lines are correct. We're having a breakout quite fast, and therefore these two lines, as in, let me zoom out for a little bit, that's a little bit easier. These two white lines are also correct, and therefore we also will have a breakout soon. So this big white line that I drew earlier with a breakout somewhere in April is then less likely because then the time zone is much further. But to have this and then a breakout or breakdown, I think that is right now what I'm aiming for. If of course we are going to break out here, then I will draw this resistance line again to see if we can also break out there and then going higher. So I'm staying careful, taking it step by step, constantly a level. Also, I know here that I draw a lot of levels with the yellow lines, but we need to be careful because as you can see, man, this stuff is shaky. It is super, super tricky. You know, you think we're going up, suddenly boom, oh, we're breaking down. No, we're back up in the range, then going sideways a little bit, retest up, out, breakout, oh no, retest, no, full shit, going down. And so it is very, very hard to trade. So stick to the charts, guys. Sorry, come back to ETH. What are price targets that we're looking at if this happens? Well, let's also be a little bit conservative. Let's say that the breakout is a little bit later. We're looking at the 4,100, 4,200. Now that I'm drawing this, you see that there's quite some confluence a little bit further here in the, a little bit further here in the chart. Oh my God, actually, by the way, look at this. There's around this level, this one, this one, this one, here. Oh yeah, okay, so there's a lot of confluence. If this will break out to the upside, then we're talking about 4100-ish. If this thing will break down to the downside, let's see where we end up there. Oh, that would be ugly. 1330, 1350. Let's hope that will never happen, because then we are really into bear territory. Yeah, that I think is it for now. Let me see if I have something on the smaller time frames for you guys. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff coming together. It's becoming quite ugly actually, because we have this resistance box, we have this trend line down, we have the support line here, then we have this 2780 that is our resistance. As you can see, that holds support and resistance for quite some time. So for ETH it's going to be very tricky, very ugly. Matter of fact, I might just step away from this for a little bit and not trade it at all, and just see how this plays out before I burn my hands, because you know ETH is much more volatile than Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, let's keep with that folks, because I think I'm talking already for quite a long time. Tomorrow we are going to look at a different scenario. Actually I want to show you today, but it's getting way too long. A different scenario where we could dump down a lot and still be in a bull market. Let's look at that tomorrow. Guys, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. Love you guys so much. See you next one. Bye bye.